Hey, what's up internet? Victor with PhoneArena here, bringing you a review of the LG X Power. This is a brand new phone by LG, an affordable device with a 5.3-inch display and a whopping 4100 mAh battery. It's all about big battery life here and cheap price. Is the phone any good? Let's find out. So let's get started right away with the design of the LG X Power, and it brings us memories of the phones of old days, which were all made of plastic. The LG X Power is also completely made of plastic, no metal, no glass elements here. It feels cheap made and it is cheap, but it's still solidly put together. There are no moving parts and the phone feels well put. Now the buttons on the sides are all plastic and it uses on-screen buttons and has huge screen bezels. Like around the side of the display you can see that the bezels are very large and the size of the phone is actually larger than that of other 5.3-inch peers. Now in terms of this display, we have a 5.3-inch IPS LCD display with a resolution of 720 by 1280 pixels or 720p display, and it features blue colors, bluish in terms of a bluish tint, and all of the colors seem a bit dumbed down, not completely color accurate or well balanced, but still not terrible either. The bigger issue we have with this display is that it's terribly reflective. If you go outdoors you will see that everything gets reflected in the screen, so it's hard to see it. There is automatic brightness though, and that's a plus for such an affordable device. Now skipping over to the interface, we have LG's UX custom interface on top of Android 6 Marshmallow, and it's the same or at least very similar interface to what we have on other LG devices like the flagship LG G5. Of course here it's trimmed down in terms of feature, it has no app drawer, but still functions fairly well in daily tasks, and that's pretty good. If you throw more demanding tasks at it, the processor inside this phone doesn't hold up well. We have the MediaTek MT6735 system chip for the international version of this phone. It's a 28nm process manufactured chip that was popular on Chinese phones 2 years ago, at least last year, and it's definitely dated but still works fairly well in daily tasks. Now in the United States and Canada you get a Snapdragon 210 equivalent of this phone, and this is in the same ballpark as that other MediaTek chip, so both are entry-level, low-end chips that do the job fine when it comes to basic tasks. They stutter just a bit, but nothing huge, nothing terrible. But when you throw more demanding tasks or games at them, they just don't hold up all that well. Now in terms of cameras, we have a 13 megapixel snapper on the back of this bad boy, and did capture surprisingly good images when you get them in focus, because frankly said, the autofocusing mechanism on this phone does not work very well. It's skippy and it's hard to get the focus right and lock it in, but when you do, the detail is sharp and the colors are pleasing. Overall it's a good camera for the money. In terms of video, we have 1080p Full HD video recording. It's not all that good. Again, we have some problems with the focusing. It just doesn't look as sharp as 1080p videos from other devices. Selfies turn out fine though. We have a 5 megapixel front snapper for the selfies. They look plenty detailed with nice color and get very good performance. Now the big thing about this phone is battery life, and it's no coincidence because this bad boy gets the #1 spot in our battery rankings. We rank all our phones, we put them to the test on equal footing. We set the display to 200 nits. That's a level of brightness that's comfortable for indoor use, and the LG X Power got 15 hours and 18 minutes of screen on time on our custom-made typical usage test. That's nearly double the results of phones like the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. That's impressive. Of course, these are phones of vastly different categories. The Galaxy Note 7 is a flagship device with top-level internals, great camera and so on. The LG X Power is far from that level. It's an affordable entry-level phone, but it's still remarkable that you can get full 2 days of use, and if with more moderate use you can even squeeze 3 days of battery use on this phone. Audio quality, you have a single rear-facing speaker that is very thin in terms of output, lacks a bit in clarity, nothing extraordinary, nothing good. It's decent, but definitely not good. Call quality though is a disappointment. It's a rare thing these days to have a phone with bad call quality, but that's exactly what we have on the LG X Power, especially here in the earpiece. Our callers sound very muddled, very distorted. It's hard to make their voices, they don't sound natural, and they are too quiet. On the other end of the line, our callers reported hearing is fine for the most part, but it's on this end of the line that the phone does not sound very good in terms of call quality. So at the end of the day, is it worth getting the LG X Power? Now it costs around 160 to 200 US dollars. That's a full retail price, and these days for this price you can get a discounted LG Nexus 5X, and that's quite a much better value for the money. It's got a 4K video, it's got a better performance, it's got even the better design. The Nexus 5X is definitely the better deal. You also have the Moto G 4th generation, which is a bit more expensive, but also features more advanced features and a more refined design language. What's lacking here is the fingerprint scanner. We miss this sorely, despite the fact that this is an affordable device. But if you don't care about those advanced features and just want a phone with big battery life, long longevity, this is definitely a phone worth taking a look at. It's very affordable, it runs well daily tasks and lasts over 2 days. That's something special. For more detailed review, make sure to go to PhoneArena.com, check it out. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel, and as always, thanks for watching.